Nothing is a coincidence. Every effect is the echo of a cause. And every choice adds a new line to the soul's invisible story. Welcome to Psyche's Journey. Today, we're going to talk about a law that stretches beyond time itself, the law of karma. But this is not a dry cause and effect loop. This is the dance the soul performs through awareness. Karma. A word spoken by many, yet truly understood by few. For some, it's the name given to chance. For others, a punishing law. But in truth, karma is one of the deepest and most silent laws of the universe. It governs the physics of the non-physical. It is the shadow that the unseen casts upon the seen. Karma cannot be reduced to a shallow formula like, do good, and good will come, do bad, and bad will follow. That would be a far too simplistic interpretation. Because karma is a memory of energy. Every thought, every feeling, every intention leaves a trace in the universe. Just like a stone dropped into water creates ripples. When you say something, it doesn't just reach the ears, it reaches the energy. When you think something, it doesn't stay in your mind, it gets recorded into existence. That's why karma is not merely the result of an action, but the vibration of the intention behind it. In spiritual traditions, karma is like the journal of the soul's long journey. What you do in one life carries over as an imprint into the next. And this is why reincarnation exists. The soul is born again to complete what was left unfinished, to learn what remained unknown, to forgive what was never forgiven. Mystics call this cycle samsara, a circle of consciousness stretching from birth to death, and from death to rebirth again. And it is karma that turns this wheel. The law of karma also aligns with one of the most fundamental principles in modern physics. Energy cannot be destroyed, it can only be transformed. On a spiritual level, it works like this. Every emotion is energy. And when that energy is suppressed, it doesn't disappear. It finds you again. In another moment. In another form. Every unprocessed pain, every repressed fear, every unfulfilled desire echoes within your energy body. And even when the body dies, this vibration travels on with the soul, into the next life. This is where the belief in reincarnation truly makes sense. The soul is not limited to a single lifetime. It wears many bodies. Until it remembers who it really is. And across those lifetimes it carries unlearned lessons, unresolved karmas, unfaced shadows. So in essence, what we call karma is the result of unconsciousness. What you do not see controls you. What you do not understand repeats itself. And what you refuse to accept refuses to release you. If you keep getting hurt in the same kinds of relationships, if similar events keep happening in every lifetime, this is not punishment. It is a message. A whisper from your soul. There's something here you still need to learn. This is what karma truly is. Not the universe's punishment system, but the soul's learning system. And your task is not to fear it, but to recognize its patterns. To bring consciousness into the cycle. Because once karma is seen, it becomes a teacher. But if left unseen, it becomes a cage. And remember, every new moment is an opportunity to create new karma. So ask yourself, what am I creating now? What vibration am I sending out? And what future am I calling in with it? If you keep getting hurt in the same kinds of relationships, if you keep experiencing the same events across lifetimes, this is not a punishment. It is a calling. Your soul whispers to you. There is something here you still need to learn. This is what karma truly is. Not a system of punishment from the universe, but a learning system of the soul. Your task is to notice these patterns and to bring conscious awareness to them. Because when karma is seen, it becomes your teacher. When it is unseen, it becomes your prison. You open your eyes in the morning. But are you truly awake? Or are your eyes simply open? Most people live the majority of their days on autopilot, acting from automatic reactions. They suppress rather than face things. And because they suppress, they are forced to repeat. Then they blame fate and say, why do the same things always happen to me? Carl Jung once said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. In other words, what you are not aware of becomes the hidden author of your story. And you find yourself once again reciting the same lines on the same stage. You look around, and you're caught in the same relationship pattern, trying to prove you're right, fearing abandonment again, encountering a familiar face, one that reminds you of your mother, your father, your ex. Because karma doesn't live out there. It lives in the place within you that remains unresolved. Karma is not about what you do. It's about the state of consciousness behind what you do. Why you do something matters more than how you do it. As Sadhguru puts it, karma is not what you do, but the intention and awareness you bring to it. You help someone. But if it's driven by a desire to be validated, can it still be called a pure act of kindness? Whether we are aware or not, the divine system knows us better than we know ourselves. It reads the energy behind every action and records it. Sometimes, someone may do something harmful without intention. Let's say you hit a cat with your car. You take it to the vet, try everything to save it. But it doesn't survive. You blame yourself for days, thinking you created bad karma by taking a life. But karma is about intentional action. You didn't want to hurt that being. The cat jumped out unexpectedly. And in that moment, you couldn't stop. You didn't leave it on the road to die. You tried to save it. The universe sees this. But if you continue to harshly punish yourself, this turns into karma created against your own soul. So karma is not only about what we do to others. It includes what we do to ourselves. Everyone wants to be free. But very few understand the price of freedom. True freedom is not doing whatever you want. It is to take full responsibility for the consequences of your actions. And here begins one of life's paradoxes. You are free to choose. But once you choose, you are bound to its results. Freedom and real transformation begin when you stop reacting and start responding. When you choose silence instead of yelling. When you choose to stay instead of running away. When you choose ownership instead of blame. You move beyond your emotions and thoughts. And that sets you free. And as you free yourself, karma begins to dissolve. Because karma is the product of unconsciousness. But the more awareness you bring to your life, the more power you gain to choose again. A mind capable of conscious choice is no longer a prisoner. It becomes a creator. One day will come. You'll find yourself in a familiar situation. But this time, something will be different. You won't react. You'll take a step back and simply observe. In that moment, the chain doesn't break. It dissolves. And you'll no longer be someone paying off karmic debts. You'll be someone making conscious decisions. Remember, if you live in automatic reactions, karma controls you. If you live with awareness, you transform karma. Life is shaped by your choices. But more importantly, by the consciousness with which you make them. That's why karma isn't a punishment. It is a summons. An invitation to wake up. Because the moment you see your chains, they can no longer hold you. Just like a student, the soul rises through levels. But if a lesson isn't learned, it must retake the class. That's why some lives feel unfinished. Why some relationships feel instantly familiar. Why some sorrows cut too deep. Because they don't belong to this lifetime alone. They are vibrations echoing from the soul's memory. Carl Jung, in his studies of dreams, once said, the soul is in a cycle of striving for wholeness. And this completeness may not be possible in just one lifetime. Eastern traditions call this cycle samsara, a river turning back on itself again and again. The soul seeks to know itself through repeated patterns. So why are we reborn? Is it endless repetition? No. The purpose is not repetition, it is transformation. Each life is a laboratory, designed for the soul to evolve one more layer of itself. In one life, you learn forgiveness. In another, loss. In one, how to love. In another, how to be alone. But in all lives, the final goal is this: to let go of ego consciousness and awaken to divine awareness. Like a single drop returning to the ocean. To move from the self into the whole. Mysticism calls this nirvana. Sufism calls it fana-phila. Hermeticism calls it union with the all. Different words. Same truth. Liberation. There are various types of karmic laws. Sankita karma. This is the sum total of all karmic energies accumulated by the soul throughout all its lifetimes. This karma holds the imprints of every conscious or unconscious action, like a spiritual archive. It is not currently active but contains the potential energy of past actions that can be activated in future lifetimes. Prarabdha karma. This is the karma that shapes the life you are currently living. It is the portion of Sankita karma that has been chosen and activated for this lifetime. The family you were born into, your environment, physical conditions, and certain life events are all part of this karma. It includes experiences that must be lived through and resolved in this life. Agami karma. This is the karma you are creating right now in this lifetime. Through your thoughts, choices, intentions, and actions, this karma is formed and recorded into the future. Agami karma may shape your next life or even upcoming experiences in this one. It is a creative field that you can constantly transform through your free will. Kriyamana karma. This is the karma being created in the present moment, which will show its effects in the short term. Your daily behaviors, emotional reactions, and the energies you give and receive create instantly visible results. Most of the karma that we experience immediately falls into this category. You can observe its consequences. *** both positive and negative. Quickly ***. Dharmic karma. This type of karma is related to an individual's dharma, their natural duty or spiritual purpose. When someone acts in alignment with their soul's purpose, their karma is purified. This type of karma involves not only cause and effect but also meaning and the integrity of intention. It often opens a space of freedom that exists beyond fate. Collective karma. This is the karmic field created by communities, families, nations, or even humanity as a whole. Wars, pandemics, and collective traumas are examples of this type of karma. Even if we are not directly responsible, simply belonging to a collective connects us to this karmic field. Collective healing, through meditation groups, conscious communities, or social transformation, can have a transformative effect on this kind of karma. The key to transforming karma is awareness. You don't need miracles to achieve this. You only need one thing: to become aware. To become more conscious than you've ever been before. What keeps repeating in your life? What emotions keep you chained? Why do you keep attracting the same kinds of people into your life? When you begin to ask these questions courageously, your soul starts to perceive the flow of energy, moving from the past into the present, illuminated by the light of awareness. Practices like meditation, tracking your dreams, facing your shadows, and freeing yourself from repressed emotions can all help transform karmic energy. We all live in cities. In the rush of modern life, we don't have the luxury to retreat like a yogi, to live in solitude. We are constantly being triggered, at home, at work, in traffic, at school, and in an environment without stillness or peace. Awareness alone may not be enough. That's why it's essential for each person to take responsibility and commit to daily inner work. You can apply the practices I've shared in my previous videos on self-love and shadow integration. They are simple but powerful steps. Also, learning astrology, in other words, reading the map of your soul, can deepen your awareness. It can shed light on the areas of life where you need the most work and healing. Moreover, subconscious healing techniques, such as regression therapy, can help you uncover the root of stubborn karmic patterns. They can guide you to face them. And finally, liberate yourself. As your awareness grows, and you step out of autopilot into conscious action, you move beyond karma and begin to live your dharma, your true life purpose. And in that moment, you finally understand. Karma was never meant to punish you. It was meant to teach you. ***. You are not a victim. You are a student of the soul. Remember, karma is not only about the past. Every new moment is a new choice. And every choice creates new karma. ***. This is both a great responsibility and a profound freedom. Because now, fate is no longer being written for you. You begin to write it yourself. As Rumi said, we are born again every day. What matters most is what we do today. And so we have seen, karma is not merely a reflection of the past. It is also the seed of the future. Every thought, every intention, leaves a mark on the sacred fabric of existence. And when you begin to see what was once invisible, you are no longer the victim of fate. You become the architect of your path. Sankita Karma echoes from the past. Prarabdha Karma shapes your present. Agami Karma gives birth to your future. And each one calls you back to your center, to the truth of your soul. But remember, this is not a punishment. It is a calling. To awaken. To choose. To transform. I speak to you here from Psyche's journey. If you, too, are ready to recognize your inner cycles, if you're ready to deepen rather than repeat, you are not alone on this path. Share your questions, your realizations, even your confusions in the comments. Because perhaps, ***, your path will be the light for someone else's. ***.